Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty. You know, as I mentioned in another Spider-Man game review, not too terribly long ago, that I'm working on beating all the Spider-Man games in my backlog. Recently, I played through Spider-Man Shatter Dimensions, and I thought I would share my thoughts on this game, so I hope you enjoy the video. I know this game can be a bit hard to find, as well as be a bit expensive, so the copy I got was the least expensive one I could find, which happened to be on the Nintendo Wii. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Nintendo Wii version. Beanox's Spider-Man Shatter Dimensions echoes Arkham Asylum in both attention and understanding of its source material. This provides us with some of the best Spidey games in a while, thanks to the attention to, in my opinion, gameplay, as well as the visuals. While the game is not perfect, it does provide us with a great game based on Spider-Man that I think all action fans should find plenty to like in.
Nice! Don't get me wrong, your illusions are nifty and all, but if you ask me, they could use a little more kick.
So first, let's talk about the game's story, shall we? The story, in my opinion, is the weakest part of the game, mostly serving its purpose for an excuse to tie in the four dimensions all together. What writer could have written such a poor story for a game with so much potential? Well, what do you know? The same guy who wrote a shallow, off-character version of Spider-Man for years, none other than Dan Slott.
Whoa, what the heck was that?
In the last few Spider-Man games, I really did enjoy Bruce Campbell's narration. He had a very fun and humorous style. While this game did not have Bruce Campbell, it still did not disappoint. One of the greatest things about this game is that it was narrated by none other than comic book legend Stan Lee, so in my book, that's always a plus.
Hey there, true believers! Watch as once again frightening forces are at work in our world, ready to wreak havoc with our very existence.
Now, the B-list fishbowl-headed Mysterio breaks into a museum at night to steal a mystical tablet, only to be confronted by none other than the Amazing Spider-Man. A skirmish shatters the tablet and flings the pieces across the dimensional rift. Madam Web then arrives and tells Spidey that he must retrieve them before Mysterio can, or bad things will happen, like impregnating your mom during a drunken weekend bender.
Why'd you have to go and say that?
Now let's discuss the look of the game. The story provides characters and atmospheres that will be familiar to all the readers of Spider-Man comics, and they are diverse enough to pique the interests of any casual fans or people that maybe just don't know the character that well at all. The classic Amazing Spider-Man version is the good old red and blue suited classic. You know, this was the one that everybody loves, right? I mean, I would hope so. The use of the symbiote suit provided by Madam Web for the Ultimate Universe provides a more violent gameplay style as well, and the game also provides a future version as well from the 2099 comic book series. And a great change up too that we get that's going to split the game off from the norm is Spider-Man Noir. He has stealth missions that remind me much of the Batman Arkham games. I favored personally the classic Spider-Man atmospheres and the Noir levels the most. The futuristic version of 2099 was also virtually interesting, with vibrant colors and unique reimaginings of the classic members of Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery.
Either I'm not used to it yet, or I'm sensing one of the fragments closing in on me. Nope, I was right. Well, at least I found it.
Spider, don't fade on me yet.
Now let's discuss the game's level design. Before this, the last few Spider-Man games were open world, so the linear game provided a nice change of pace, yet it still gave us a classic Spider-Man feel. Shatter Dimensions brings linear focus stages themed after members of Spidey's loved Rogues Gallery. Each dimension provides their own unique spin on the classic cast of characters, keeping the game fresh. With that said, there is a pattern though to the flow of the game. You're going to fight or sneak up on some guys, depending on if you're playing Noir, you'll be sneaking. You're going to rescue civilians, you're going to fight a mid-stage boss, you're going to have more fighting, more sneaking, or more fighting, then save more civilians, and then you're going to have the end boss fight. So this continues with each of the dimensions every time. So it felt as predictable as your mom begging for more after a one-night stand.
Agreed.
I was initially worried about how this game would look on the system compared to the competition, but despite the lower horsepower of the system, Shattered Dimensions on the Wii is still quite visually appealing. The comic book art style enabled this game to look great on the system for years to come. The game is fast and smooth, with a lot happening on screen, and there's plenty of reason to look around and take it all in, since there's plenty to unlock thanks to a robust character and ability upgrade system. The controls are always something that worries me when it comes to Wii games. The motion controls are not overdone, and for the most part they work well. But I did have issues switching between strong and weak attacks, with the B trigger as the attack button tilting up or down toggles the quicker weak attacks and stronger attacks. Unlike your mom, I could not always get it to do what I wanted.
Ah, useless hunk of nothing.
The camera also provided some challenges at times, becoming especially erratic when wall crawling. I often found myself frustrated and losing track of where I was crawling. The game also had a lock-on feature, which for the most part worked, but it could provide some issues at times, causing me some minor issues, especially with the Noir stealth missions. The voice work was great, the dialogue though could have been better. But what do you expect when you hire Dan Slott to write?
Excellent, Spider-Man. You've done it.
And just in time. If I never hear the word hunt again, it'll be too soon.
Now to the other fragments. The hunt resumes.
Neil Patrick Harris as Amazing Spider-Man was nothing short of amazing. See what I did there? 2099's Dan Gilvizian took me some time to get used to, since I was used to him as the classic Spider-Man. But I have to say, it grew on me and I really enjoyed his work.
I'm the last one who should call anybody a freak, but that guy is a freak.
The game did tend to use the same dialogue and jokes often, which tends to get old, but it probably was better than getting more lame Dan Slott humor. The boss battles were great, and they gave a solid depiction of the villains, which I greatly appreciated. Overall, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions gave us different takes on the classic character, and provided a refreshing change on the Spider-Man series of games. The gameplay changed with each dimension, keeping the game fresh and interesting. The game's visuals still hold up today due to the style that was used. Unlike your mom, which is so ugly that she threw a boomerang and it refused to come back.
Excellent, Spider-Man.
The game has a few technical missteps, such as the camera and controls on occasion, but it was far from game breaking. If you skipped this game in the past, you may want to go back and find it if you can. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'd greatly appreciate it. It really does help. And if you find yourself in a good position, we also have a Patreon or a Subscribe Star where you can help out the channel for as little as $1 a month. By doing that, you'll get exclusive videos as well as access to our bank of free music that you can use. So if you're a video creator yourself, you can use any of that music that you want, or you can just listen to them for your own fun and enjoyment, or use them as ringtones and anything you choose to do. Well, once again, thank you for joining us today. Until next time, keep it frugal.